Ladies and lunatics, this is Joker here with more Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage. Oh, and we're going to have a grand time today. As long as that bat doesn't show up. Hope you liked my little weird intro. Obviously, I am Techbernard, not Joker. But welcome back to some more Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, and we're on to probably one of the most interesting levels in this game. I kind of don't know if I want to say this is one of my... This might be my favorite level, I ain't gonna lie, but I kind of don't know if I want to say it is because I don't remember some of the earlier levels and if I enjoyed them more. This level is like one of the... in my personal opinion, Spyro 2 is a lot easier than Spyro 1, and this level's the closest we come to, like, Spyro 1 difficulty, which is one reason I like it, but... sorry, I got a scratchy throat. I shouldn't have started the video like this. But another reason I like it, I just like what it does. I like what's done with this level. It's really nice. It's really fun. You know? It's pretty cool. Okay, I gotta stop doing voices while my throat is scratchy like this. While I'm on the topic of Batman impressions, though, Joker's not the only one I can do. I can actually do quite a few. I can do Scarecrow, Batman, Mr. Freeze. I'll actually do those three now. But I'm not sure if I'll do the Batman one because, like I said, my throat's scratchy. That one will need a little extra. But let's try. Fear is the answer to it all, Dark Knight. And everyone will fear the Scarecrow. Well, there's Scarecrow. Mr. Freeze. Let me think of a quote. The thing is, with Scarecrow, I kind of just made something up, but with Mr. Freeze, I kind of need to think of an actual quote. Hold on. All of Gotham will pay. I shall soon return into a winter wonderland, with everyone frozen, paying for what the world has done to my Nora. Probably not the best thing to come up with, but whatever. Ferris Boyle will pay, Batman. He will pay with his life for interfering with my research, for putting the life of my Nora in danger. I will make sure that he will pay. Nice to see you, Batman.
I'm a secret agent. I'm going to my secret hideout.
I am darkness. I am the night. I am Batman.
I'm not leaving unless you hide behind.
There's my, like... That's the only thing I can say doing a decent, like, Kevin Conroy impression, but I do have a more goofy Batman voice that's easier to do. It's kind of like inspired by the I'm Batman voice, but it's not that exactly. It's, hold on. Hey, are you tired of your Wi-Fi being crappy? Well, sign up for the brand new Y-Bat. It's that voice. It's me trying to sound like, I really don't want to say the guy's name because I know I'm going to butcher it. But the guy who voiced him in the Harley Quinn show, as well as The Brave and the Bold, Daedrich, I want to say his name is. I'm probably butchering it. But, yeah, that guy, that's basically what it's an impression of. And honestly, I really hate the Batman voices. They're like, I'm Batman. Like, I hate those voices. That's part of why I'm not a fan of the Lego Batman movie. Well, on top of the fact that, like, most of the voice decisions in that movie are just weird. Like, the only voice that actually was good was Barbara Gordon and the Joker. Everyone else just kind of like... I know a lot of it has to do with like celebrity casting, but celebrities played Joker and Barbara Gordon too, and they still sounded like you can still recognize them as Joker and Barbara Gordon from the voice alone.
What? You...
So like, it's whatever. What other, like, is there any other DC voices I can do? Thing is, I can do a Clancy Brown impression, but it's only like his gruff voices, like the voice he does in the 2012 Ninja Turtles series. Razar, I can do that voice. Let me think for a second. I can do Uka Uka too, but like I can't do his like Lex Luthor because it's like too soft, and like well, it's not that I never tried to. It's more so that like I just can't seem to get like the softer voices done by Clancy Brown down. And when I say softer, I know it's still gruff, but it's like, you know, it's less gruff. It kind of affects it, but I could try. Let me try by using a seed example. You're crazy. And what's wrong with that? It's done wonders for me. Get out of here. Lexi, I'm hurt. How could you have this little party without inviting me? It's not a party. Grundy, get rid of him. But seriously, Lex, you need me. Like I need Skin Rush. Maybe so, but I know something you don't. I know how the map thinks. And yes, a lot of like impressions I do from DC stuff is based off of quote. The only reason I didn't do quotes for like Mr. Freeze and Scarecrows because I couldn't really remember the quotes that I usually do to do their voices. For Mr. Freeze, there's a few of them. One of them's like his monologue at the beginning of his debut episode in the animated series. It's like you stand before me, forever young, forever beautiful. Rest well, my love, for soon they will learn that revenge is a dish best served cold. I know I'm paraphrasing, but that's because I can't remember like the whole thing. Scarecrow, I haven't really done that voice much. It's basically a what's the guy's name? It's not Robert Englund, it's another one. What's his name? It's bugging me. What is his name? He also voices the Rat King in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What is his name? Well, let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. It's basically an impression of that guy. Voice of the Rat King. TMNT 2012. I'm looking that up because the Scarecrow has way more voice talents than the Rat King. Jeffrey Combs. Basically, it's a Jeffrey Combs impression in general. Because I've heard him in several different things. Not even just TMNT and, I mean, TMNT and, Batman are basically like the two prime examples. He's the main voice actor for Scarecrow. Like he's the one that's been most used for voicing Scarecrow over the years, and he voiced the. I know there's other ones, but he voiced the Rat King of the 2012 Ninja Turtles. What do I mean by he's like the main voice of Scarecrow? Well, he hold on, type me something up. He voiced Scarecrow for most of his animated series appearances, and I'm counting like the new Batman Adventures as part of the animated series, but for most of his appearances in there, with the exception of like his first one, he's voiced by Jeffrey Combs. His first one, he's voiced by some other dude. Oh yeah, he voiced Kirk Langstrom in the in a recent Batman animated movie. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. That's another place I know him from. But he also voiced Kite Man in DC Supervillains, Lego DC Supervillains. I did not know that.
Well, I'm afraid not.
He's bugging me. Where else do I know him from?
You can get to it by using the whirlwind behind
Looks like he's in a bunch of DC stuff. That's a little surprising. I thought he was only like Scarecrow. Because that's the only one where like he's doing that voice, you know? Oh, he was in Ben 10 Omniverse. I probably vaguely remember that. Okay, I do remember him being in Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. I do remember him being in that. I do remember that. Okay, that just jogged my memory there. He also voiced the Question in Justice League Unlimited. Really? Guy has a little bit of range if he did that, because that voice is a little different. Yeah, he's like the most recurring voice for, oh, Jeff Bennett is, Jeff Bennett, I guess, is the other guy who voiced him in the animated series. Wait, he's been voiced by Seth Green? Hold on. Scarecrow has been voiced by Seth Green, Jeffrey Combs, and Jeff Bennett. And Steve Blum. Hold on, who else? Because these are all like... Oh, he was voiced by Robert Englund. I didn't know that. Robert Englund voiced, what I know him from... I know of, like, his role in, like... I forget the name of the horror movie series, but he voiced a killer in a... Or not voiced, but played a killer in a horror movie series. But he also voiced the Riddler in the Batman. And that's mainly what I know him from. Let's see that. Oh, he was voiced by Christian Lanz. I know that's not like a big voice actor, but I actually recognize him. He voiced Zever in the 2012 Ninja Turtles. I know people watching this who don't care about voice acting are probably like, what the fuck are you talking about? But I'm sorry, I'm a voice actor nerd. I'm a voice acting nerd. He was voiced by Jason Griffith? Hold up. Jonathan fucking Crane was voiced by Jason Griffith, the former voice of Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, weirder things are happening. The current voice of Sonic the Hedgehog voices Embryo in Crash 4, but, you know, it's just weird. He was voiced by Nolan North. Okay, that's not too surprising. I ain't gonna lie, that's not... Nolan North, Robert Englund, and, Jeffrey Combs kind of all make sense in a way. Nolan North's for a different reason than the other two, though. He makes sense for a different reason. D. Bradley Baker. D. Bradley Baker's voiced like every villain at some point. Every villain or every animal. Let's be real. Oh, he was voiced by Henry Pollock II, or the second, in the animated series. It was the new Batman Adventures where he was voiced by Jeffrey Combs. That's weird, because Henry Pollock II sounds a lot like Jeffrey Combs, because I have the animated series episodes, or two of them anyway, on DVD. And he sounds like Jeffrey Combs to the point where, like, I didn't even realize it was a different actor. He was also voiced by Don Messick, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's who used to voice Scooby-Doo. And apparently he voiced Muttley in the 2020 Scoob movie. Yeah, he used to voice Scooby-Doo. That's who it was. He also voiced Boo Boo from Yogi Bear. That's interesting. There's a lot of Hanna-Barbera characters. Okay. Yeah, Scarecrow has a like. Oh, Seth Green voiced him in Robot Chicken stuff. Okay, that makes more sense now. I was about to say, Seth Green is a really weird voice for Scarecrow. Really weird casting decision, but if it was for Robot Chicken stuff, that makes sense. That makes sense. I don't care much for Robot Chicken. Occasionally it has a funny gag here and there, because I used to watch it just because it was on TV. Like, on weekends when I would stay up late, I would just watch it. Not because I liked it, but because there'd be nothing else on at the time. Like, it'd be like midnight and nothing else would be on. So, yeah, that's basically the only reason I ever watched it. But occasionally it did have a good gag in there. There's one where, like, there's one, and it actually has Mark Hamill voicing the Joker, but there's one where, like, Batman just beats Joker senseless and then stops right before he kills him. And then, like, Joker's put on trial and is sentenced to death. And it's just really funny. There's an animated version of that, too, which is even funnier. But, yeah. A highlight of that is like, there's one part where Joker's like, I know Jesus has forgiven me. And then Gordon's like, is that a joke? He's like, no. Like, I'm sorry, but that's fucking hilarious. I'm an atheist, so maybe that's why I find humor in that. I'm sure, like, a few religious people might not find that funny, but I find it fucking hysterical. It's like, I know Jesus has forgiven me. Is that a joke? No. Oh, it's funny. I think that's the one time I actually that Robot Chicken actually got a laugh out of me too, because, like, again, it's not a very funny show to me, and it actually gets on my nerves a lot of times, but occasionally it lands something, you know? Wait, Dwight Schultz voiced Scarecrow? Really? I'm not the animal guy voiced Okay, you know what? I can see it. I can actually see it. I can actually see it. He sounds a lot like he has a voice that's really close to, like, the sound of Jeffrey Combs, so I can see it. I can see him voice the Scarecrow. But yeah, I'm going to any minute now. I'm going to be ending off the video here, so bye.